Hey everyone, Aaron Klein here with Fish Ohio Outfitters. We're on the way to the Cleveland Hopkins International Airport to pick up some clients of ours. They're flying in for a 4-day steelhead trip. And these are past clients of ours that we hosted up in Alaska on the Naknek River. And you know, we hosted them up there and we had such a good time with them. Built a relationship, kind of bonded with them. Told them about the great fishery down here on Lake Erie and the tributaries. And they were all on board for coming down here. So looking forward to meeting with them. It's been a while since we've seen them. It's going to be a good time. So let's go pick them up. Finally made it. Let's go get Matt and Alec. What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
How you doing, man? Good to see you again.
You as well.
How you doing, Alec? Good, man.
See you.
You guys ready to catch some steels?
Yeah, right.
All right, man.
Ready to rock and roll.
Ride out here. Hey there, boss.
Yo.
Got two very important VIP clients here with us.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
So you ditched Matt and Alec, huh?
I picked them up.
Oh, I thought you said the two important ones with you. I thought you ditched them.
Oh. Nope, they're on speaker right now, so they can hear you.
That was the point. Obviously, that was sarcasm.
I know. We know that. You goober. So, how was the fishing today?
We'll talk about it when you get here.
Oh, that good, eh? Well, we will see you in 44 minutes.
All right, man.
All right, later.
Bye.
What up, homie?
What are you doing here?
You know what it is?
Holy shit, man.
I can't believe you're right here.
I know. It's crazy, isn't it?
Where's this kid at?
He's over there hiding from you. What's up?
How are you?
Good, how about yourself?
Good, man. Good. You ready to slay some chrome? We better get out of the road. We're going to get hit.
I know, I'm so excited.
What's up, Micah? Hey. Easy. Slow down.
Fucking hey, get the skunk out of the mud. That is ridiculous.
So we've been here 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grab that tail first. Behind the tail, please. Behind it. Turn your right hand around, please.
Like so?
No. Golly, that's bigger than I thought it was. That's probably a 30, dude. Yeah, that's a 30.
Slick.
That's 29 anyway. Yeah, oh, for sure.
Big boy.
Lay your hand flat. Try not to squeeze them. There you go. Right up under those pec fins.
There we go.
There you go, buddy.
Beautiful. Look at that.
That's a pretty big rainbow trout, isn't it?
It is a monster. I'm gonna get a snap with my camera if that's cool. Just gonna take a pic.
Yeah. I mean, Micah could, make still shots out of all that too.
Oh.
We'll send you whatever.
All right.
And off of his camera, it's gonna look unbelievable. Okay. We'll get you a phone one you can send to the wife and stuff now. All right, ready?
Yes, sir.
Hand behind that tail. There you go. Look the tail out first. That's a big, gigantic, silly net. So turn this way towards me a little. Turn. There you go, right there. That looks ridiculous.
He's gorgeous, man. Good.
All right. Yeah, turn him out. Mike, hold on. Mike, you got the 360.
Not on me right now. It's in the bag.
All right.
Good.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh man.
Hey y'all, Josh McQueen here, Fish Ohio Outfitters, and we are just having a fine and dandy morning fishing for steelhead or big rainbow trout. We've had this conversation in the past on a past video, but that's what we're doing, and so it's been pretty good already. We got a big fish pretty quick, a nice 29-incher, and we got our good friends here, Matt and Alec, out of Colorado for 3 days, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about how we know these guys and how we became friends with them, and the relationship we have. And it's just a pretty cool thing when you look at some of the friendships you find through fishing, and just, you know, we actually met them, Aaron and I did, on an Alaska trip, and they were in a group that fished up there this past summer, and hit it off, fished together all week, had a great time, and they decided they'd make their first trip out here to the Buckeye State to catch some giant rainbow trout. So that's what we're doing. Oh, we just changed spots. First spot we went to was a fail. Walked up and found a couple people already fishing there, so we moved. And we got on a pretty good hole. It's later in the day, so it's hard to say what the productivity will be. Pretty popular hole, but a very good hole. So there's likely been a few people fishing through here already, but we're gonna give it heck and hit it hard and see what we can get out of it. So yeah, just change of pace. What I like about this spot versus where we started is we just got the right flow. We got a little bit more flow. And the first spot we started in, even though we got a nice fish out of there, the flows were just a little bit too calm. Hard to get a good drift. So this spot, we have no problem with that. We got a great drift going. So it was middle of the week on a Wednesday, I believe, or Tuesday, I can't remember, but it was the only fly out we were able to do because the weather was so bad. And we headed up to Kulik, which is a fly out. It's pretty far up in the system. And at that point in July, no salmon had really shown up yet. There's a lot of rainbows up there. Leopard rainbows that are particularly big, some of them, and some just quality fish there. And we had spent most of the morning trying some bead fishing and some stuff, and there's just no salmon, so that really wasn't happening. And you sort of noticed as the day went on that that the dry flies there, which is really, they just have really one species of caddis in that area, and those caddis were kind of coming off, and we noticed fish were eating them. And we had a few caddis, we didn't have many. And all of us kind of chipped in and pulled our caddises out of our boxes that we had. and got some fish. We started getting some fish, and after a while, everybody's kind of surrounding this sort of island that we had taken over for the day, and Matt hooks up, and it's fight kind of goes on for a while, and then we notice, okay, this isn't your average fish. This is a particularly large fish, and so we decided that we would sort of stop fishing and sort of just move into moral support mode for Matt. And so I kind of went down with his guide at the time, Josh Lafferty, and sort of hung out. One of the other guides, Mario, who was me and Aaron's guide for the week, Mario Chance from here in Ohio, he sort of saw how big the fish was and sort of walked the other direction just because he didn't really want to be a part of it if it went south. And it was a big battle. It's a long fight, and fish was right up by the net, and at the end of that, it just didn't go our way. Fish saw the net, sort of bolted, and Matt just kind of maybe took some pressure away from steering the fish towards the net. It's one of those things you look back, you wish you could do it a million times over. But Matt and I just kind of shared a moment as we walked away of kind of reflecting on, man, that's pretty tough, and just kind of sort of both of us got maybe a little oddly emotional about that fish, and
Yep.
sort of just cemented our friendship then, though. And I think at that point we knew that we were, as much as possible, for a guy that lives in Ohio and a guy that lives in Colorado, we were going to try to fish together as much as we could.
Yep.
So
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a pretty intense moment. It was, end of the day, you knew you'd never get a shot at a fish like that again. I was surprised we got a shot at a fish like that on a day like that to begin with. But we literally lived in waist deep water for 8 hours. We never had anywhere to get out dry out of the river. Just it was one of those days you just hope for a fish. We kind of got one or two on dries, and it kind of perked the day up, and it hooked into a fish like that was just incredible. And I remember getting back to camp, I was just kind of almost in a stunned, dazed mode. It was one of those fish that you lose and it sticks with you. Got back, went back, called the wife at the camp, because we had just the one camp out there in the bush, and talked to her for a minute, came back, and Josh was sitting on his front porch, and he just looked at me, he's like, brother, I feel so bad for you. And there was literally tears in the big guy's eyes, man. And kind of choked me up too, man. It's wild to meet somebody you'd never met in your life, and two grown-ass men, shedding a tear over a fish, but kind of cemented, like you said, our friendship, and while we're out here, it's a lot more adventures to come for sure. So great time. It's hard to believe we didn't know these guys. We signed up with a fly shop that Josh was working for at the time. Never met Josh, never even stepped foot in the fly shop out here in Ohio, but I did a bunch of research on trips, and based on price value and the reviews I could find, it seemed like a really good deal. Met Josh at dinner for the first time when we first got there, and 3 days later we're shedding tears together, so it was quite a time. So
kind of just shows you, in every areas of life, whether it's something you just do for fun that's recreational, or maybe it's work, or I can think of several other examples, but just sort of you go through some good times, sometimes you go through some adversity and battle through that adversity a little bit, and just sort of that's one way to just sort of build friendship when you don't even know that you really are.
Yep.
And one thing that over the years that I often think about, I guess, is just I look back and look at, man, there's a lot of people in my life now that I met just simply through fishing, nothing else, but just doing the sport, whether it be for pleasure or a living. And to this day, several of the best friends I have in my life are guys that I met on the water. And I think that's pretty special.
Yeah, fly fishing, it's enriched my life something fold. And everywhere I go, it doesn't matter where we travel. I'm always looking. The wife drives me crazy because I'm always looking for somewhere to cast a line. It's taking me places I never thought I would go, and it's the adventure. Go to Alaska, and you're there for the fish, but when you're in the last true wild frontier in the world, in my opinion, it changes you, and it was all because of fishing. That's what brought us there, and that's what brought us to you guys, all the fellas around.
Well, having said that, that's enough talk. Let's go get them.
Absolutely.
still recording?
Look at this smile. I'm so happy.
That's a big rainbow, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
What's that one, like 24 maybe? 22?
24. Yeah.
21.
25?
Really fat. Chambers, male. Fresh.
What is it?
Have you ever held a fish before?
I can't
Get
say.
that tail first.
I'm trying. Tail's slick. There we go.